You know, guys, if there's only one thing that you can take away from experiencing the... Should I pick that up? Nah, I got a review. I'll just let the phone ring. The Black Phone was directed by Scott Derrickson in a script that he wrote along with C. Robert Cargill, and this one stars Ethan Hawke as the Grabber. One of the most despicable child kidnapping characters you will see probably ever. But this movie is about a shy but clever 13-year-old boy who's being held in a soundproof basement by a sadistic masked killer played by Ethan Hawke. When a disconnected black phone on the wall starts to ring, he soon discovers that he can hear the voices of the murderer's previous victims. And they are dead set on making sure what happened to them doesn't happen to Finney, this young kid, and they want to try and help him out of this situation. If you've been with me for a long time, you know that I have a soft spot for scary movies, especially when they're done well. And Scott Derrickson has made some really good scary movies in the past, like this one, Sinister, one of the creepiest movies of the past decade, easily. And he's also proven he can be very versatile in making a big Marvel project like Doctor Strange. But when Scott Derrickson makes a scary movie, that's where I feel like his strengths lie. You really, if you watch Sinister, if you go back and rewatch that movie, you will notice that the jump scares are extremely limited. It's almost like their little lifeline. Scott Derrickson is in the hot seat here, and he can only use jump scares a limited number of times. But holy shit, when they're used effectively like he does, they make you jump out of your seat. And The Black Phone has a few moments like that, and this whole entire movie, from start to finish, left me extremely riveted. The Black Phone, in my opinion, is one of the best films of the year, easily. Scott Derrickson steps down from Multiverse of Madness to make this film. And my word, my word. I think this movie is better than Sinister. Now, this is saying a lot considering Sinister is already f***ing awesome. Trust me, this is only based off of one viewing. I want to go back and experience The Black Phone again, right now. And I think all of you, especially if you're into scary shit like I am, you're gonna come out of The Black Phone extremely satisfied. There is so much skill and so much passion being put into this project. Scott Derrickson's direction is extremely satisfying. Not only are the jump scares extremely effective and extremely minute and limited, but the filmmaking is just phenomenal. The late 70s setting for this film is extremely immersive. A fantastic score to boot, and some great soundtrack choices. It really makes The Black Phone feel like one of the most immersive theatrical experiences you'll have all year. And you guys already know, you probably saw it in the trailer, Ethan Hawke is a tour de force in The Black Phone. 2022 may just be his year. This performance may have just blown everything else he's done throughout his entire career out of the water. He is extremely frightening in this role. You don't even really see Ethan Hawke's face all that much. It's covered by a mask most of the time. And I love what Scott Derrickson does, and the costume design team deserves all the praise in the world for this too. But the masks often change with the grabber's mood. And even then, those masks are still one expression, which makes it all the more frightening. It adds a lot of unpredictability to the unhinged nature of the character. Man, the Grabber was extremely riveting. Ethan Hawke, you're the man. Keep doing what you're doing. But you know, it really does all come down to the casting of these kids, which oftentimes tends to be very, very difficult for a movie like this. It Chapter 1 I can remember as the last example of perfect casting for child actors, because every single one of them was so invested in the roles, and all of them are just darn near perfect. Same thing with The Black Phone. Mason Thames as young Finney is excellent. He really understands this character's arc, going from the one who's getting beaten up all the time to a total badass. And you're rooting for this kid. This isn't a kidnapping film where he's just wallowing in his misery the whole time. It reminded me a lot of James Caan as Paul Sheldon. He was constantly thinking of ways to get out of this situation. And I think it's a more likable character than James Caan was in Misery. Not to say that that was a bad performance at all, but like, my word, Finney was just a great, great character. As was his little sister Gwen, played by young Madeleine McGraw, who is outstanding in this film. The emotional depths this character reaches are lofty, and McGraw is up for the task. Not to mention, these kids have potty mouths on them. My word, this is a vulgar feature. But you know what? It made me think of the kids from the Bad News Bears. It made me think of the kids from the Goonies. Child characters that I could really gravitate towards. Not just because of the funny one-liners that they throw in, but their emotional backgrounds, especially from Finny and Gwen and their domestic home life, a bunch of abuse going on. That's freaking terrifying in and of itself. There is a scene involving a belt that I'm never gonna forget that moment. It just very much unsettled me to my core. The stuff that can really happen is scarier than any jump scare, and I think Scott Derrickson portrays all these horrifying elements masterfully. Honestly, sitting here right now, guys, I can't think of one dislike that I have towards the Black Phone. I think everything was done absolutely perfectly. All these actors are fantastic. Ethan Hawke is a absolute presence. All these child actors were cast perfectly. You could get behind all these characters. Every single time that phone rings and a new voice answers the phone, it's just... The Black Phone is a breathtaking achievement in scary movie filmmaking. All these actors are great, like I said. Ethan Hawke. James Ransone is in this film, and he is really fun to watch. Good characters you can get behind. Great filmmaking and great 1970s setting. I love the melding together of dreams into reality. It's very old-timey filmmaking, and it's very, very clever what Scott Derrickson does. I don't want to spoil it for anybody going to see this movie. But once you get towards that riveting, satisfying third act, you're gonna know what I'm talking about real quick. Guys, I really don't know what else to tell you. The Black Phone is one of the best movies of the year. It's a no-brainer for me to give The Black Phone an A+. We are getting spoiled the first half of this year, guys. I've given 2 other A+ grades already, this being number 3. And man, oh man, we still have a lot to go, my friends. But let me know what you guys thought of The Black Phone down in the comment section below. Is this your guys' favorite Ethan Hawke performance? Is this your favorite Scott Derrickson film? I think it is for me. But obviously, I love creating all this content. I love discussing all brand new things, movies and entertainment with you guys on the regular. So if you guys are a new viewer, what the heck are you waiting for? Welcome to the party. Smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell right next to it. And what the hey, feel free to throw this video a thumbs up as well. These are all tremendously helpful things in continuing to grow this community that we've already built together. And stay tuned for more exciting content hitting this channel very, very soon. I want to appreciate your guys' patience as I crank out reviews for Elvis as I open the show that I'm in currently. Don't worry, folks. There's no reason for me to stop this lovely channel. I'm having too much fun here. Y'all are the best. And with all that being said, back talk, commence!